What's up, gang? It's Golden Gun, and I'm back with another Marvel Contest of Champions video. Today, we're going to be locked in, focused on the Act 9 final boss, who goes by the name of Carina. Carina comes in 3 different versions of herself, 3 different variants of herself. As you guys can see on the screen right there, there's a path to each version of herself. You got the mutant and mystic version. You got the science and tech variant or version, however you want to say it, and you got the skill cosmic version. We're going to be going through and pretty much taking each fight, each variant's fight, which is chock full of mayhem and chaos and can be difficult, and we're going to make it so that it's calm, relaxing, and simple or easy to do. I'm not gonna do too much talking. These are pre-recorded videos. We're just gonna commentate through them. They are all solos though, and I'm gonna give you options so that if you don't have the option I'm using, you got another option. But we're gonna break down each fight and make it simple for you. Okay, here we go. In this first video, we're gonna be tackling the tech science version or variant. For this wait, pause that. For this version, we're gonna be using Red Skull, but you want a champion, a tech champion that can, or science champion. Because I think for science, it's the more debuffs you place, then you drain the power. But I brought my tech, and I got options for the tech. You basically want to be looking for a champion that can power drain, power steal, power burn. You want to be able to control the power, and it has to be kind of like an on-demand power steal or power burn. You want to like an OG Vision. Like OG Vision, as soon as you get a bar of power with OG Vision, you throw the special and you steal power. You steal the power drain the opponent. OG Vision, Age of Ultron Vision, even Deathless Vision. You want to do that in this fight because it's going to give you certain benefits every time you drain the Carina below a bar of power. So like when she gets just over a bar of power, drain it back to under a bar of power. You'll gain a benefit for that. Or if she got a little bit, like a half a bar of power, and you drain her back to absolute 0 power, then you also get a benefit for that. But we'll establish that into the fight. I just want to pre-game y'all. So that's tip. What you're gonna need, number 1. So think champions that have easy access or on-demand access to power control, power drain, power steal, power burn. And 2, we'll get into the fight so you can actually see. So for this fight right here, we're going to be using our Red Skull. Right through the block. She hits our block and we drain power. So what we're going to be doing is getting her just above a bar of power, as you can see. And then we're going to let her hit our block to drain her back under a bar of power. Every time we do that, we're going to give ourselves that buff right there that you see under our health bar. We'll get back to that. The most important thing in this fight that you want to be looking for is that icon right there, which never goes away. That icon right there never goes away. Once that icon reaches 100, she's gonna stop everything she's doing and throw a beam at you. Once she throws that beam, you gotta either parry it back or you gotta heavy attack it back. I find it easier to parry, but you go with what you like. You definitely want to be parrying that back because it's going to give you these charges right there that you see under Carina's health bar, the purple serpent icon. 5. Each time you hit her with her own beam, you place 5 of those charges on her. Once she reaches 15 charges, she's gonna special 1 lock herself, meaning she's not gonna throw the special 1. She either gonna throw special 2 or special 3. We want her throwing special 2s. The serpent charges go from all the way up to 35. They go no higher than 35, and they're so important to us because the more of those serpent charges we put on her, the more damage she's gonna do to herself when she throws the special 2. It's kind of like a Gwen Master vibe from Act 7 or Act 8. So that's our strat right now. Our strat is get her to a bar power, let her hit her block with Red Skull to drain it. Or if you got a power burn, power drain, power steal champ, that's when you want to steal that power so that you get your regeneration buff. You get up to 8 of them. You want to be watching for that icon right there. Once it reaches 100, you want to get yourself enough space so that you can parry or heavy attack her beam back at her. That's going to give her 5 of those serpent charges right there. And once she reaches 15, she's only special she gonna be able to throw is special 2s or special 3s. You want her throwing special 3s. In the perfect world, you want her, not special 3s, special 2s. In a perfect world, you want her throwing special 2 with 35 of the serpent charges. Because as you can see on screen, when she throws it, we just block it. And she does damage to herself that scales depending on how many of those serpent charges you have on her. Also, the green charges, the charges that you see under my health bar, when she throws her special 2, when we block it, we regenerate a very good portion depending on how many stacks we got. We can get up to 8. If you got max 8 stacks, then you're gonna regenerate a very good portion of the chip damage that you took while you was blocking her special 2. And then it's just rinse and repeat. You watch for those charges right there from that icon. Once it reaches 100, she gonna throw the beam at you. She gonna throw the blast at you. You gotta parry or heavy it back. In her first phase, which is from 100% down to 50%, she only gonna throw the beam at you, and you just parry it back or heavy it back, and that's it. You knock her down, and you get the serpent charges for her. At below 50% health, she gon' when she throws the blast at you, you parry it back. She just might parry it back. It's ping pong mode until one of you guys knock each other down. Preferably you knock Carina down. and that's basically the fight. We just took it and broke it down into very simple terms. The good thing about having that power control champion is you can go through the whole fight without her ever throwing the special 1. And by doing so, you're also gaining up to 8 regeneration charges for when she throws her special 2. So you want to use this time to be watching for that icon right there that you see on the screen under Carina's health bar. Once that icon reaches 100, she's gonna throw a beam at you. You can bet, you can count on it. So get yourself your space so that you can parry that thing back. Remember, ping pong mode is only for 50% or lower. In the first 50%, from 100 to 50%, it's just she throws the beam at you and you parry it back at her or heavy attack it back at her. The fight comes down to 2 things. Watching for that icon right there to reach 100 so she can throw the beam so you can parry her. and draining her power. So that you don't never have to worry about her throwing no special attack except for the one you want her to throw, which is the special 2. You can do this with champions like OG Vision, all variants of Vision, because they got power control. I've seen people using the Maker, and if you want, you can just use a champion that's got very high resistances, very tanky champion, and then all you really gotta worry about is watching that icon right there. Once it reaches 100, she throw her beam like she about to do. We get our space, boom. Hit her with her beam. It's gonna give her 5 charges, up to 35 charges. Once she reaches 15 charges, she's gonna be special 1 locked, meaning only special she can throw is the special 2 or the special 3. But if you play it right, that's the only special she's gonna be throwing the whole fight is the special 2. But just know that once she reaches 15 stacks of the serpent charges, she going straight. She ain't gonna throw nothing but the special 2 or the special 3. By the time you get her to special 2, it'd be nice if you had 35 stacks of her serpent charges so you can do the max amount of damage. And it's just literally rinse and repeat for that whole fight. Then you got the solo like Red Skull just did there. Alright, that's gonna bring us to version number 2 of Act 9 final boss, Carina. This version you're gonna want to bring a skill champion or a cosmic champion in order to get through the gate. And plus those are the 2 classes designated to be able to gain benefits throughout the fight while fighting this Carina version number 2. The main thing, 2 main things with this fight that we want to look for to make this fight simple and so that you got to think about a lot less. One, you got to know that this version of Carina, version number 2, is Catalyst, meaning every time she throws a heavy or every time she throws a special one, she's gonna place a trap on the ground, and eventually we want to knock her into the trap using our heavy attack, just like fighting versus Catalyst. And bullet point number 2 is you want champions that have access to power gain buffs. So champions like the champion I brought, which is Serpent, or champions like Hyperion, you want access to power gain buffs because throughout this fight, combat power rate is being gimped, meaning the power that we gain from being hit or from hitting Carina is going to be gimped. We're not going to be gaining as much power through striking and being struck. So it's good to have power gain buff. Not only will that aid us in the second phase, because there's only 2 phases for each of these variants. In order to aid us through that second phase, we're going to need that power gain buff, because in the second phase, the only way to gain power is from a power gain buff or from landing critical hits. Any other hits that land ain't gonna gain you power at all. So Hyperion, power gain. Serpent, power gain. They got all types of power gain buffs that click on and off throughout the fight. And also that power gain buff is gonna help you because each time you cross a bar threshold of power, you gain a regeneration buff, and you gain up to 8 of those regeneration buff, which is of course just like in the first version, is going to help you regenerate the block damage that you take from her special 2 that you want her to throw. You want her throwing special 2s again. Before we get in here, because it's kind of fast paced, I want to just plant something into y'all minds. When Carina throws her trap, you don't want to immediately heavy her into the trap. What you want to be thinking is parry, light, dash back. parry, light, dash back. That's 8 actions. That's 8 actions. Why do you want to do that? Because they have it set up to where once she places her trap, the more actions you do before knocking her into the trap, the more serpent charges you're going to place on her. And of course, the more serpent charges she has when she throws her special 2, the more damage she does back to herself. Up to 35 serpent charges. So, she throws a special 1 or she throws a heavy, she placed the trap. From there, you want to just calmly parry her. Parry, light, dash back. Parry, light, dash back. Parry, knock her into the trap. By doing that, you're gonna be able to gain the serpent charges a lot faster and get the fight over a lot faster. All right, let's hop into it. Sorry, I'll be having a pre-game, y'all, because these fights do be fast-paced trying to commentate them. All right, Serpent, let's do this. So what we're gonna come out and we're gonna basically push her to her bar of power and have her throw it. Do our actions, knock her into the trap, rinse and repeat. All the meanwhile, our power gain buff is gonna keep pushing us over bar thresholds, and we'll continue to be gaining the regeneration charges. See right there, power gain just pushed us 2 bars of power, and it gave us a regeneration buff right there. That's gonna come into play when she throws her special 2. Now let's talk about the trap here. We're gonna push her to the special 1. We're gonna have her throw it, and then we're just gonna block it. Wait, parry, light, dash back, parry, light, dash back, parry, knock her into the trap. That place, that got us up to 22 serpent charges. Now she throws her special 2 into our block. We regenerate while she does damage to herself, and then it's rinse and repeat. Push her to her special 1. You're gonna see an icon here that's gonna count our actions for us. Trap down, see the icon? It's counting up. Parry, light, parry, light, dash back, knock her in. That number that showed on the icon is how many serpent charges we transferred over to Carina. Here we go again. Come to trap. Let's count the actions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're up to 9 actions done. She threw her special attack, all good. Let's build our actions again. There goes 2 actions, 3, 4, 5, 6 actions, 7 actions, 8 actions, and then we knocked her in. That transferred 8 serpent charges over to her. Just like in the first Carina variant fight, once she reaches 15 serpent charges, she's gonna special 1 lock herself, and the only special she gonna throw then is special 2 or special 3. We want her throwing special 2. Once she throws that into our block, does the damage to herself, it's just rinse and repeat. Throw that special 1, block or dex it, whatever. From here, we want to parry, light, backdash, parry, knock her into the trap. Let's do it again, but this time let's make sure that we pay attention to our actions. Our actions icon. I'll make sure to get an arrow up. There goes the trap. Let's go parry, light, parry, light, dash back. We got 9 actions done. It got reset because I accidentally flew into the trap myself, so the trap disappeared. Let's have her throw that special 1 again. There goes our icon. That's counting our actions. It goes 1 action up to 2, 3 actions, 4 actions, 5 actions, 6 actions, 7 actions. Knocked her in. So we got 7 serpent charges placed on her. Rinse and repeat. Have her throw that we're trying to get her back so that we're not in the corner. Also, you want to remember, don't allow yourself get into the corner because there is a trap in our corner that's there permanently, and we don't want to step into that trap because it does damage to us. Parry light, light, light. She threw her special attack. All good. Our charges is still there. We got 8 of them, so we can just knock her in. She's up to 20 charges now. Remember, the most charges she can have, the most serpent charges she can have is 35. So in a perfect world, you want her throwing her special 2 while she got 35 serpent charges on her. But we ain't perfect. We just trying to play it safe and get it out the way as simply and easy as possible. So let's have her throw that special 1. Oh yeah, I already talked about it anyway. The only difference between phase 1 and phase 2 is that in phase 2 you're not gaining no power from any hits that ain't critical. And she gets an exonerable every 10 seconds in phase 2. So once she gets below 50%, every 10 seconds she'll get a passive to where when you hit her, she won't get knocked back. Just like Serpent. There goes another trap. We're doing our parry light lights. Didn't get her into the trap there. So let's try to strike her. Heavy into the trap. Nope, not quite. So let's try to parry. Heavy into the trap. And we was able to place 15 serpent charges on her. Here comes that special 2. We just block it. She does that damage to herself. And now all we need to do is hit her. This special 3 won't count as the hit. But when we get done with the special 3, all we gotta do is hit her and it's fight over. So just remember, get a couple actions in before you actually knock her into her trap. That way you can get more serpent buffs on her. Hopefully that all made sense and it helps. All right, ladies and gents, that brings us to the 3rd and final variant, however you want to say it, of Carina, the Act 9 final boss. This is what most people in the community that's done this already is dubbing. They're dubbing this variant, this version of Carina, the most difficult version of Carina. And I agree. The best 2 champions for this version is Jean Grey and Sinister. Let's get into it. So with this fight, once again, want to come out like parry. You want to do slow combos, but you want definitely 5-hit combos because you want to be close to Carina for as much time as possible throughout this fight. You guys see that buff right there under Carina's health bar? That's the timer for the debuff that's going to be placed. Once that timer expires, then the debuff is going to be placed on us. There's the debuff right there under us, under our health bar, with the 3 on it. That debuff right there, as it's expiring, we want to be throwing our special attack. Whether it's special 1 or special 2, don't matter. But we want to be throwing it as those debuffs is expiring on us, so that we can transfer that number of debuffs that was on us over to Carina as serpent charges. Those right there. And then it's just rinse and repeat. Trying to stay close to her. Try to gain our debuffs. We got 3 of them right now. You can pause the debuffs so that they don't expire so quickly by hitting Carina's block or just connecting with a hit to Carina. It'll pause the debuffs on us. And then when we're ready to throw them, back off of Carina, wait for the debuffs to be about to expire like they're doing right now, throw our special attack as the debuffs is expiring and they transfer over to Carina. We got 26 of them, so same as in variant 1 and variant 2. We want her to throw that special 2, block it, and the more serpent buffs she has on her when she throws the special 2, the more damage she does back to herself. And then once again, rinse and repeat. Once you get past the 50% mark, that's when the striker lock and the power lock kicks in. We got 4 debuffs on us. We fired our special one as those debuffs were about to expire, and it transferred over to Carina. She now has 11 serpent buffs. Once she reaches 15 serpent buffs, it's the same deal as variant 1 and variant 2. Once she reaches 15 serpent buffs, she's gonna special 1 lock herself, and the only special she's gonna throw in is special 2 or special 3. Of course, we want her throwing special 2, not special 3. Block the special 2 and watch the damage get done back to herself. Let's bait this, block it. She did that damage back to herself, and now she's below 50% health. So now in this stage, we're special 1 lock to start, which means if we want to transfer the debuffs off of us and onto her, we got to throw the striker. After 10 seconds, it's going to be striker lock, which means if we want to transfer the debuffs, we got to throw the special. And it just keeps alternating every 10 seconds. She's got 28 of those on her. We just block that special attack, let her do that damage to herself, throw our special one, and game over. Let's rewind this and go over it just one more time since it was so quick. Once again, we come out, we want to stay as close to Carina as possible so that we can put the debuffs on ourselves. Once we got the debuffs on ourselves, 3, maybe 4, maybe 5 debuffs on ourselves, we want to back off, wait for the debuffs to just about expire. As those debuffs is about to expire, throw our special attack, and that's going to transfer the debuffs over to Carina as serpent charges. Here we go. We got 3 debuffs on us. See us, we backing up, waiting for that timer to expire off of us. It's about to expire, so we throw our special one. And that transferred 5 serpent buffs onto Carina. We want to get her to 15 or above. Once she gets to 15, she's gonna special 1 lock herself, which means she done throwing special 1. She only gonna throw special 2s or special 3s. We got 3 debuffs on us. We're gonna wait as the debuffs is ticking down and throw our special 1. It's about to tick down now. Boom. Throw our special 1 as it ticks down, and those debuffs get transferred over. Carina's now at 15 serpent charges, so she's special 1 lock. The only special she gonna throw is special 2 or special 3. Of course, we're gonna bait this special 2. She's got 26 serpent buffs, so the damage is pretty good there. We got smacked in the face, but all good. Let's get back to work. We got 3 debuffs on ourselves. They about to expire. Let's throw the special 1. We just rinse and repeat this all throughout the first phase, from 100% health down to 50% health. We got 4 debuffs on us. So after this special, we're gonna get our special off as the timer is expiring, and all 4 of those debuffs got transferred over to Carina as serpent buff. She now has 11 of them. We gotta go another one here so we can get at least 15. All right, those 5 about to expire. We throw our special. That transferred 5 more onto Carina. Now we start building her the special 2. But of course, we can get more specials off as ours about to expire. See it? Through our special. Now she got 33 serpent charges on her. Let's have her throw that special 2. Block it. That's 33 serving charges worth of damage that just got done back to Carina. And now we rinse and repeat. Remember, phase 2 at 50% or less, you're alternating between special lock and striker lock. But you need to throw one or the other in order to transfer the debuffs over to Carina. When you're special locked, that means throw your striker. When you're striker locked, that means throw your special to transfer it over. And that's taking that fight right there and making it simple, easy peasy. Hopefully this video helped you guys, and if it did, if you enjoyed the video or if it helped you in any way, if you guys could please drop a like on the video. It does help. I put a lot of time into making this video. And if you're new to the channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button. And if you do, welcome to the gang. It's greatly appreciated, and big salute to you all. That's gonna wrap it up for this video, and I'll catch you on the next one.